inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinny.
Sorry, my face was itchy there. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. How's everybody doing? Merry Christmas Eve, first and foremost. I feel like I'm kind of Christmassy with the green. But Merry Christmas Eve, everybody. Hopefully you guys haven't gotten all your shopping done. And if you are running around still shopping, be very careful because people don't know where the hell they're going. They're just worried about going to the next spot, getting the next person's gift. And we don't want anybody getting in any accidents, right? And if you're wondering if you're in the right chat and you want to come into the chat that's not vertical, just look for on the title. There should be a cell phone. If there's a cell phone there, then you don't want to be in that one. You want to be in the other chat. Like if you want to chat with, the majority of people that are in the chat. So but welcome in, everybody. I had a doctor's appointment this morning. I was kind of surprised. I was like, still want to see me? Okay, I'll be there. Hey, Casey. Hey, Marcella. Hey, Ashley. Hey, DM. Hey, Cat Ride. Welcome in, everybody. Hopefully you got your stuff done, Casey. Hey, Sam. It's good to see ya. I'm coming from Target where I had to grab a last minute gift, and let me tell you, people are crazy. Oh my goodness. I've been there way too many times to count in the last few days, and it's been insanity in there, and there's nothing. It's like, sorry, our Sam's Club here, or no, Sam's Club, I've been there today too. Our Target here, it's like bare. There's like nothing in there. Like, I think this is the one time I can actually walk into a Target and be like, I'm cool. I really don't want anything. Hey, Nate. What does Cat Rice say? Very warm in Cali. I heard it's getting really bad rain though. Yeah. Oh no. You could have always put, trying to think of how I would have reacted to that. Because you could always put like something like a cute, like do like a cute, like little coupon thing or something like like Santa needs more time to make your gift. Like you got a really big gift coming, but Santa just needs a little more time. That's what I would say. I'd say something like that. Man, my mom should have did that to me. She could have got out of everything. Sorry, I keep coughing. I muted myself that time. Okay, so we're going to talk about Anna Kepner's case today. We were going to talk about this yesterday, and then we had the breaking news with, out of California with Ashley Buzzard and Melody Buzzard. And so I do want to talk about Melody tomorrow, but there is something I'm going to show you, I think, later on before. There's just, woo. They got pictures of the inside of her house. And let me tell you, she was living like filth. I mean, unless the cops did that, but I don't know if they did that or not. So we'll go over that tomorrow or the next day, just depending on, when I get back from my family's house tomorrow, since we're going out of town. Hey, true crime. Really? Like, see, the mall wasn't bad here, Vincent said. Hey, Lee. He went in to get me a card, I think. Oh, I thought that was my cat. I was like, how did he get in here? It's not him. It's just me back there. Okay. So I've been working on a family tree for this case. There are so many people that are involved, like that could have some sort of involvement, or just, people that are related, step parents, all the things. So I'll show you what I got so far. We won't really go through it or anything until I get it a little more perfected. But I'm not good at family trees. Let me tell you, I'm not good at them. Because I wanted to put in some more, I wanted to put in with Tabitha. I wanted to put in her father, and that's who we're actually going to be talking about today. Today. So we're going to be talking about Tabitha. But before we do completely get started, I didn't even introduce myself or anything. I'm Tanya. This is Titanium Built. Welcome in. If you guys don't mind, just take a second, hit the like button. If you want to join our membership, I'd love for you to subscribe. But if you'd like to join our membership as well, I'll put the link in the chat and I'll pin it up to the top of the chat. That way, if anyone decides throughout the live they want to become a member, that's where it's at. I will be gifting some memberships today too, so I don't want to forget to do that. Let me just go over to my channel right now so I can remember. This should be the right stream. Okay. We're good to go. Okay, as you guys know, this case has a lot of layers and a lot of dynamics, family dynamics, and honestly, a lot of really unanswered questions, I feel like. But today we're going to try to answer a little bit of those questions for you. We're going to talk about Tabitha's father. It would have been Anna's grandfather at one point. It was from the previous marriage. Tabitha was the first step parent. So it would have been Tabitha's father is who we're going to talk about today. Now, just a heads up, I'm not going to speculate too much, but I am in a way, because we don't have a lot of information, but we've got enough information to where it's like, what? Huh? Say it again. Who's your witness? It just so stick with me, because your mind's going to be blown today. So I do have this little thing, and then I have this here. So this is, when Thomas Hudson was married to Chantel, and then they have 3 children. So, okay. We're going to talk about this guy today, Kevin Scott Harper. And when I was going through documents for this case, I come across his name, and I'm like, who is this person? Who the hell is he? Well, hold on to your seats, because we got a lot of paperwork to go through, but it's worth it. He is, like I said, Tabitha's father. So I was trying to see when they got married. Let me see if I can find that, if it's here, or if anyone in the chat knows. Because for some reason I was looking. I got her and Heather mixed up. There's the petition for dissolution. Okay. Marriage certificate for Chantel and Chris. Maybe we'll come across it. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. All right. So I just wanted to say here that it looks like there was a marriage record for, let me put it on the right page. So we got a marriage record for Heather and Christopher, and it is dated. It says subscribed and sworn to me on the state. So 5/16/2006. I'm not sure how long they were married. I don't think very long. I think that he got with Tabitha like a couple years later. It seems that way anyway. From the dates that we'll kind of come across, that's what it seems like. So Brevard County, state of Florida. Just wanted to show you that because it was one of the documents that was just kind of like there. And, you know, we're going to go through, like I said, Kevin Scott Harper's tonight. So let's go over to this page. Okay. And let me exit out of a couple of these things. That way it's easier. It's easier to see. I don't want to share that one. I want to share this one. Okay. Sorry about that. And welcome in, everybody. And happy Merry Christmas Eve. Happy Merry Christmas Eve. That doesn't even make sense. You know what I mean. Okay. So let me blow this up a little bit so we can all see it because, you know, some of us need our glasses. And by some of us, I mean myself. All right. So this is an arrest/notice to appear, probable cause affidavit. And this is in Titusville, from Titusville. That's, you know, of course, where Anna's from. And the charges are, this is for, I was trying to find the exact name, but these are for Kevin Scott. So I'm trying to find the name on here, though. I can't see it. Doesn't have the head. Okay. But that's who they're for. Maybe it moves up here. It'll tell us in the bottom. Okay. So date of birth, 5/10/67. Height, 6'2". Weight, 175. Blue eyes, brown, gray hair, medium complexion, medium build. So on Monday, June the 14th, 2010, and he was charged with attempted kidnapping to facilitate the commission of a felony and resisting an officer without violence. Also, they did a DUI test on him, and he failed that. So on June 14th, 2010, so picture this. So I guess I can help you make it a little more clear. Chris is married to Tabitha, and that is his, that's the first stepmother for Anna. So this would have been Anna's grandfather married in. Now, I don't know how close they were, but I'm going to say that they were probably pretty close, and you'll learn that here shortly because he's on the witness. Chris is on the damn witness list for this case for this guy. So I'm not sure why he would do that. I mean, just let me read this to you, and it's going to send your blood boiling. So the defendant drove up to a 13-year-old victim and told her that her mother had sent him to pick her up. He then told her to get in the vehicle with him. The girl fled from the male back to her friend's house. While there, she was speaking to an adult acquaintance and an 11-year-old girl who was present as the defendant pulled up a second time. As the male pulled up, he pointed at the victim and stated he wanted her. The girl was fearful and began to back away from the vehicle, which alerted the adult witness that the girl did not know the male. The adult witness stated she began to yell at the male to stop messing with little girls and told him he was going to go to jail. According to the witness, she stated the defendant said something to the effect of, yeah, and drove away. The witness was able to get to the defendant's, the witness was able to get the defendant's tag number and called the Titusville Police Department. Officers pulled over the defendant at the corner of Delanon Avenue and South Street at approximately 1919 hours while the defendant was looking for his paperwork. Officer Brown observed 3 folded pocket knives in the center console. Officer Waring read the defendant his Miranda rights and asked him why he was in the neighborhood, drugs or sex. The defendant replied by saying sex. Like, with whom? Sex with whom? Hey, Mary Beth. Hey, Jet Set. Hey, everybody. Hey, Candy. Hey, Raheem. No, I wouldn't. Nah. Won't even do that for my boyfriend. Oh, hot cocoa. I actually just built Vincent a little coffee bar. And there's hot cocoa on it for me. So, yeah. So he said he was there by saying, now I don't know why the officers asked him that. Was this a bad neighborhood that was known for drugs and sex? I don't know, but that's what they asked him. And he said he was there for sex. Officer Waring then asked him why he had 2 condoms in his pocket. Well, he just said he was there for sex. I mean, I don't know. The defendant replied that he was, I'm just saying like in that aspect, but the defendant replied he was going to have safe sex. The defendant did not have his driver's license on him, so Officer Waring asked if he could get out of the car for him. The defendant gave consent as Officer Waring reached into the vehicle. He observed a pair of black latex gloves in the center console and a bag containing rope in the back seat of the vehicle. Now, if you had reason to have those things, be no problem, right? Let's listen. See if it does. I met with the defendant and asked him about approaching the child. The defendant denied approaching the child. When asked about the rope in his vehicle, the defendant stated he uses it in his window cleaning business. I questioned the defendant as exactly how he uses the rope in his business, and he replied he did not know. I then asked him if he had any legitimate reason for having the rope, and he said no. I then asked him about the latex gloves. He again replied that he had a window cleaning business. I asked him how he uses the gloves, but he had no explanation. Like, I would have said I use gloves when I clean the windows. Like, he couldn't even come up with that explanation like that. This guy is smooth criminal. So, it says, as I continued to talk with the defendant with the door of the squad car open, he continued to get more and more agitated. He eventually advised he pled the fifth and attempted to get out of the vehicle. Just because you plead the fifth don't mean you can go anywhere. As he began to put his legs out of the car to get out, I began to push back against him to prevent him from exiting the vehicle. I told him several times to put his body back in the vehicle, but he refused. Officer Sapien went to the opposite side of the vehicle and pulled the defendant backwards into the vehicle. Before I could close the doors, he tried again to get out of the vehicle by kicking his feet to get them onto the ground. He was trying to run. I pushed him backwards a second time into the car and slammed the door. Due to the defendant becoming uncooperative, the interview was terminated. The affidavit is supported by the statements from the child victim, a child witness, and an adult witness, by post-Miranda statements made by the victim and the physical evidence found on the defendant's person and in the defendant's vehicle. And that's all of that one. It's crazy. Oh, you love cocoa bars? I was just reading the chat for a minute. This Tabitha's dad, yeah. Yeah, he's something else. Hey, Nicole. Merry Christmas. Well, because true crime, Well, I would. I would use gloves because I'm weird. I'm really weird. I don't like water on my hand. Like I don't know. The older I get, the more sensory issues that I have, or I'm just now noticing them more. Right? I think I'm just now noticing them more. But I wear gloves for everything. Like I mean, every day when I wake up and I start cleaning the house, or if I, whenever I, pick up or whatever, if I'm wiping the counter down, I always wear gloves because I had a chemical burn one time, like a chemical reaction, and I ain't doing that again. Hey, where are you going? You leaving us? We got you presents tomorrow. Okay, let me go to the next one. So that's the app. That was the affidavit, and then there's another one here, and it is a little bit different. So I was reading them. I'm like, oh, that's a little different. This is just, I think, one paragraph. Oh no, it's down here too. Oh yeah, this is the when he does the DUI, like the testing. So let me blow this up too, because we all gotta save our eyes. Bond amount $500. I mean, this is for driving under the influence, though. Wonder what the other bond amount was. Did it say? No bond. And then the resisting an officer without violence was a $500 bond. But the attempted kidnapping to facilitate the commission of a felony was no bond. So now we're over here, and this is his next one. He's got a couple there, couple here. I mean, driving under the influence. I mean, I think the kidnapping is a little worse, but I mean, you could hit somebody and you could kill someone, so that's bad too. But it says, on the above date and time, the Titusville Police Department received a report of a white male in a red pickup truck that attempted to get a 13-year-old female to enter his truck. When the female refused to get into the vehicle, the male drove off. Officer Wearing located the vehicle at the intersection of South Delian Avenue and South Street. Officer Wearing conducted a traffic stop on the vehicle at the intersection. Officer Wearing approached the defendant, who was the driver of the vehicle. He could smell the odor of an alcoholic beverage coming from the defendant. Officer Wearing asked the defendant to step out of his vehicle and step onto the sidewalk. When Officer Wearing asked the defendant to produce his driver's license, he said he could not find it and it may be in the center console of the vehicle. At that time, Officer Wearing called me to assist in the traffic stop. They usually will call back up if they're doing like a field sobriety or something. When I arrived at the scene, I could see the defendant was unsteady on his feet and could not stand without swaying. I introduced myself to the defendant and asked the defendant to perform some field sobriety exercises, and the defendant agreed. I mean, you don't agree, you still get your license taken away for 6 months. I mean, in Ohio anyway. So, and there says his name. Okay, so the first exercise I had the defendant perform was the horizontal gaze. Nice. Okay, I'm not even try. I explained to the defendant that he was to follow the tip of my pen using his eyes and not to move his head. The defendant said he understood the directions. During this exercise, the defendant had lack of smooth pursuit in both eyes and maximum deviation in both eyes. Also, the defendant could not keep his head still while following the pen. I'm laughing at myself. Like, I could just, if I didn't tell them I had a fake eye, I wonder what they would think about me. They'd be like, damn, this girl is higher than high. So the second exercise was the walk and turn. During this exercise, the defendant was asked to stand on the solid white line on the side of the road with his right foot in front of his left foot touching heel to toe. As the defendant stood on the line and listened to my directions, he could not keep his balance and stepped off the line. After giving a demonstration and explaining the directions, the defendant said he understood the directions. As the defendant began walking down the line, the defendant made it to the sixth step, then stepped off the line and continued walking off the line. The defendant took the correct number of steps, then turned and began walking back down the line. As the defendant walked back down the line, he could not touch heel to toe on any of the steps and again made it to step 6 and then walked off the line and finished the exercise. The final exercise was the one leg stand. Some of these I don't even think I could do them. And I'm sober as a sober can be. I haven't drank 3 years and that was 1/2 of beer. Like I don't know if I could do. I think I'm very unbalanced. I'm learning again, but some of these I don't know. Some of these I think are kind of hard. Hey, night man. Hey, Grandma Sherry, welcome in. I think some of these sound kind of hard. Like they had me not just to tell you first, because it was kind of funny. They gave me like a softball size ball, maybe a baseball size. And they had me throw this thing that like bounces back at you. We did it like 4 times. I didn't catch it, not one time, not once. And I used to be a catcher in high school. I was really good, actually. And I was like, well, this sucks. And he's like, maybe a bigger ball. It worked. But I'm just saying, it reminds me of these exercises. So the final exercise was the one leg stand. During this exercise, I explained to the defendant to stand on his right or left leg and lift the other leg approximately 6 inches off the ground and count out loud. The defendant said he understood the directions when I told the defendant to begin. The defendant put his right foot in front of his left foot and began counting. The defendant did not have his foot off the ground and only counted to 1,004 and then stopped. At that time, the defendant did not wish to proceed any further in the exercises and was placed under arrest. Once in custody, the defendant was read implied consent and asked to give a sample of his breath to determine the alcohol content. The defendant agreed to the test and was transported to the Titusville Police Department, where this officer administered the test. The results of the test were 0,190 and 0,191. I don't know what that means. Oh, wait, 0.190. Oh, there's no point there because I haven't put any points in any of this. Like, see where there's no periods? So 0.190. Dude, he wasn't just a little drunk. This guy was wasted. Hey, country thing, this guy was, woo. That's drunk. Wow. Hey, Jugs Outdoor Channel. Welcome in, and Merry Christmas to you too. Wow, that's a lot. That's just a lot. Man, he was, wow, he was drinking. Dude was he was drunk. He was very drunk. Oh my goodness. I did, like, I was reading this today, but I don't know why I didn't, like, this last sentence did not click into my head. So that is a genuine reaction. So wow. Because I was laughing about the testing and stuff. Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, he's something else, isn't he? So then we have the search warrant, which we'll go through this one pretty quick. They just want to search his 2002. Is it out there for you? Yeah. 2002 Nissan pickup truck is the VIN number, Florida tag, stored in the evidence recovery building at the Titusville Police Department. And it says here that they want to look for these things, I guess. So 2002, the number, so latent fingerprints, DNA, human hairs, fibers, or trace evidence, rope, latex gloves, condoms, knives, firearm parts, and ammunition. It says the facts tending to establish probable cause for this application are as follows. And we already read this. I believe this is the same one. Yeah. Yeah, this is the same one. Maybe not right here. Okay. Oh. Okay, so that's where, okay, but he gave no explanation. So that right there is where it stopped. But read here. Okay. On June 15th, 2010, the defendant would be Tabitha's father, the defendant's daughter, and her fiance. So that would be Tabitha and Chris, came to the Titusville Police Department and requested to speak with me. They advised that the defendant has a concealed weapons permit and always keeps a firearm in the car within reach. According to the two, he typically keeps the firearm in the glove box, center console, or under the seat. Okay. It's just a search warrant for Chief Bollinger of the... Okay. Okay, that was nothing down there. Okay, so we're going to hear more about them in just a moment. That's why I was like, what are they saying? What are they doing? Where are they coming? Why are they coming here? It's the other search warrant. I think that's the same one. That's just the one that we just read. Okay. This is the search warrant return. Oh, okay. So this is what they got. Okay. So this is up here. They just say, who they are, what police department, what they do, what their title is and stuff. But they were going through his red Nissan truck, Kevin Harper's, and they wanted to, this is what they got. So they took 2 black gloves from the center console, 1 razor knife from the center console, 1 white plastic bag center console, 1 passenger side seat cover, 1 driver side seat cover, 1 knife plus strap, and it says P/S door pocket, all passenger side door pocket, 1 knife in black case in the glove box. So then it says 2 black gloves behind seats, 3 knives in the center console, 1 red cell phone between driver's side and console, wallet with $14, or is it $1,400? It's $14. Center console, 3 ropes, bag behind driver's seat, and 1 CD photos. I don't know what that means, but okay. 1 CD photos. And that was what they collected from his car. Oh, we're talking about Anna Kepner's case. So this was her grandfather at one point. This was Tabitha's father is who we're talking about. We're going through the whole dang family tree. Yeah. 0.019 or 190. So it'd be 0.0190, like that, I think. Drunk. Pretty drunk. I think that we did like this thing. I remember we blew it in the thing, and I could have like a beer and a half at my size, but that's back when I could drink. Can't drink anymore. Like that. Ooh, I'd be dead on the road. So then we got the witness list. This was the one that I wanted to show you guys. This is the same thing I just showed you, right? Okay. Now let me just like exit out of some of this stuff because we have a lot going on there. And you can look him up too. Kevin Harper Scott, or I'm sorry, Kevin Scott Harper. You can look him up. And oh, I thought I stopped sharing. Oh, there we go. I was little too. See me, I was like all little on the screen. So, and if you guys aren't aware of Anna Kepner's case, Anna was the girl that was found on the Carnival Horizon. She was found dead underneath of her bed. They believe her 16-year-old stepbrother that was staying in the same cabin with her did it. And they're probably right. But this family is a lot. They're just a lot. So we're just going through it. We're just going through everything. Plus these are all, public records. So state of Florida versus Kevin Scott Harper, because, he's got to go to court for attempted kidnapping, DUI, and resisting arrest. Look who's on his damn witness list. So we got Mary Harper. That's probably his wife. I'm taking it. Tabitha Harper, his daughter. Okay. Don't know who that is. Andrew Kepner. Does anyone know who Andrew is? Could that be like Christopher's brother? Because here's Christopher Kepner on the witness list for him. Computer's made noise over there. That scared me. So can you imagine your father? He goes and tries to kidnap a little girl, and you're engaged to him, the son, or you're engaged to the daughter. I'm sorry. And she comes to you and she says, will you be a witness for my dad? No, I would say, surely not. Surely not. But yeah. So the exhibits they had, pictures including enlargement, video, and audio recordings of the incident in question, the scene, and any people, vehicles, or other objects involved. All reports, files, and records concerning incident and any officers or other people involved. All breath test documentation regarding the breath test machine used in this case, including maintenance records, repair records, correspondence, and memos regarding the machine and testing procedures, and all test results on the machine. Okay, even if they throw out the DUI, throw it out, you still tried to kidnap a teenage girl. So, I mean, and you put your daughter on the witness list. What are they going to be? Like a character freaking witness? He wouldn't do this. Right, Cat Ride? Like, what can you possibly say? My dad would never. If my dad got himself into some trouble like this, he would say, don't even back me up. Send me to prison. Send me to the death chamber. It's craziness. Then we have the Kevin Harper, or it says like that, Kevin Scott Harper. Sorry. Plea deal. It's a little hard to read this one, but okay. It's going to piss you off a little bit. Are you ready? Are you ready to be a little mad? I'm ready. So the undersigned defendant withdraws the previously entered pleas of not guilty and tenders a plea of guilty. So he's like, okay, I'm plead guilty because you caught me, just like everybody, just like everybody. Everybody's pleading guilty. Or they're being found guilty. So the offense was attempted kidnapping, maximum sentence 15 years in prison for that, right? I don't know why it doesn't say mandatory minimum, but it doesn't give us that. Resisting with violence. I think it's without violence, but with violence, 5 years in prison. DUI, 6 months. I think that's what it says. Traffic citations will be dismissed. No contact with victim or victim's family after release from DOC, Department of Corrections. So 15, 20, we'll say 20 years is what he was up against, right? 20 years. You would think maybe you get 5, maybe 3. For the kidnapping, he got 38.7 months prison. Couple years. Followed by 10 years of sex offender probation. No early termination. Defendant will be required to register as a sex offender. And then on the resisting with violence, he got 38.7 months prison for that. No probation to follow, though. DUI, first time, he ain't getting nothing for it. So, yeah. Hey, Mia. Oh, of course. Merry Christmas, John 3:16. That's a good Bible verse right there. So, yeah. Like, crazy to me. Oh, that's cute, Casey. Yeah. Anna was so close to being really, yeah. Hello from Russia. I love that. Maria, is it Mar? Oh, I'm not. Is it Marissa? I bet that's so wrong. I bet you it's so much better than what I'm saying. It's a little dysfunctional, Lee. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's a little. The last time I made a gingerbread house, it collapsed. You wouldn't want me in that contest. Okay, let's see. Is there any more? Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, what I showed you earlier in the beginning of the live. This is him. The gold chain. Oh, gosh. He probably wears that. He probably says, I'm cool. No, I can't, but you know. He's an S offender under Florida's law. Positive identification cannot be established unless a fingerprint comparison is made. Okay. He don't have any tattoos, it doesn't look like, but he's just got a couple scars. One on his face. I don't really see that. Maybe up on his forehead or something. Left arm. What, Cherrywood Lane. Hold on. Where was the witness list? Okay. Oh, okay. Mary Harper. That's his wife. Yeah, she does live there. Whoa, wait. Hold up. Sneaky snake. Okay, just hear me out. Just hear me out. This could be a conspiracy. This could be a conspiracy, but I think it's not. Okay, look at this. So Mary Harper lives at Cherrywood Lane, just like old dude does. Tabitha Harper, it just says Titusville, Florida. No address, just Titusville. Everybody else's has an address. She don't have one. And then if you go down here to Christopher Kepner, Cherrywood Land. It means lane. So they're putting Chris in the house, but they're not putting Tabitha in the house. Why not? Like they don't want them to know. I think they're trying to do it so they can get more witnesses. Kind of like I mean, don't sue me now, right? Don't sue me now. But back in the day, when I needed a reference for something, if I needed to, I'd put my brother down because he has a different last name than me. We're half brother and sister. So I put my brother down. Hey, I'm exploiting myself now, letting it out, but it's craziness. Yeah, that's not her mom, but yeah, no. Well, I don't know. They have the same last name. So that's not her mom. So who's this? Why is she using her last name? Isn't this weird? It's weird that they have him. That's his land. Like, I wonder if they did that as and then they're going to be like, oh, oops, we didn't mean to. Because I doubt there's a land in the lane. I mean, there might be, but not in Titusville, I don't think. Oh, Casey, that sounds like a lot. I'm like, man, that sounds like a lot. I just went and bought stuff because I'm lazy like that. Right? Well, I just was going to take some things to my brother's. And Vincent's son was stayed at all. I asked him earlier, I was like, do we need to go back to Sam's Club? It was Sam's Club portions too. Okay, so let's go over to that little thing that I was showing you, the other. That's crazy to me. Like, as soon as I saw the address, I was like, wait a minute. So, received date 5/2/2024. That's when they gave him the address. And he is guilty of kidnapping, attempted kidnap. And then he had to give his vehicle information, but the vehicle body isn't available, or only the Ford F-250. I mean, they got tag numbers. Okay, that's wow. Tabitha stepmom, thank you. Oh, country thing, I wouldn't be able to do it. Well, I don't know. We're learning. We're learning in therapy. We're learning. So then I looked him up, and I mean, like, if you look his name up, he comes right up. And drunken man driving a pickup loaded with knives and rope tried to kidnap a 13-year-old girl as she walked alongside a Titusville street early Monday evening. The man told the girl to get into his vehicle. Now, can you imagine? Oh no, my goodness. I couldn't imagine being that young. Just like, and someone pulls up beside you, this guy, and it's hard to see the pic because they have a terrible picture of him. Get in the car. Ooh, I'd be out of there. I would be running like I was in the Olympics. But what happened next couldn't have gone more by the book. Hutchinson said, quick thinking led to an arrest of a man who had previous charge in 2000. And it's 2000 of cruelty of a child. I think I have that actually. Let's go back. Or is that another person? I read that earlier. No, that was for Chris. Something about Chris earlier. Now I'm trying to think of what it was. Somebody had wrote, like, someone had wrote something about, I'm gonna have to go through all these and look. I'm trying to see if I can find it. I just remember it was like, right, hold on, right here. Okay. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. This is, yeah, wow, okay. There's two here. I just want to make sure, like, we don't miss anything. Okay, so we'll read this one too. This one's like, yeah. we haven't, it's a little better than the article we were reading. So let me share this with you. So this is the marriage of Tabitha Kepner and Christopher Kepner. Petition for dissolution of marriage. Case number, new case, division domestic. Comes now the petitioner, Tabitha L. Kepner. Can you guys see this okay? Okay. Make sure you can. Mm-hmm. Oh. So it says here, comes now the petitioner, Tabitha Kepner, by and through the undersigned attorney, and files this petition for dissolution of marriage, and in support thereof would state as follows. This is an action for dissolution of the bonds of marriage between the petitioner, Tabitha Kepner, and the respondent, Christopher Purcell Kepner. Both parties are over the age of 18, and neither is nor has been within a period of 30 days immediately prior to the date of this filing of action in the military of the United States as defined by the amended Soldiers and Sailors Relief Act of 1940. Neither party is mentally incompetent. The petitioner, I had to cough, has been a resident of Florida for more than 6 months before the filing of this petition for dissolution of marriage. The marriage of the parties is irrevocably broken. The parties were married to each other on May 28, 2011 in Titusville, Brevard County, Florida. There had been 2 minor children born to the parties, the subject of this action, to wit, CDK, born September 22nd, 2011, KMK, born May 13th, 2016. There are no additional children expected, and the wife is not now pregnant. There were no children adopted by the parties, nor are there any pending adoption actions by either of the parties. The present address of the minor children, it gives it, where they are currently reside primarily with the mother. The dates and address for the past 5 years of the minor child and the persons with whom they have resided are as follows. Okay, mother and father, always with them. The petitioner has not participated as a party, witness, or in other capacity in any other litigation concerning the custody of the minor children in the state and has no information of any custody proceeding concerning the children pending in a court of this or any other state. The petitioner knows of no person not a party to this action who has physical custody of the children or claims to have custody or a visitation rights with respect to the children. Further, the petitioner acknowledges that she has a continuing duty to advise the court of any custody, visitation, or time sharing, child support, or guardianship proceeding, including dissolution of marriage, separate maintenance, child neglect, or dependency, concerning the children in this state or in any other state about which information is obtained during this proceeding. At the time of the filing this petition, there is an ongoing investigation by the Department of Children and Families in Brevard County. The petitioner is without knowledge of whether a case has been opened involving that investigation. The petitioner is seeking an order establishing a parenting and time-sharing plan which would allow the children to reside solely or primarily with the petitioner and which would allow the respondent to spend substantial supervised time with the child, both temporary and permanent. The petitioner is requesting that the court establish a parenting plan for the minor children that, at a minimum, describes in adequate detail how the parties will share and be responsible for the daily tasks associated with the upbringing of the minor children, the time-sharing schedule, specifying the time-sharing that the children will share with each parent, a designation of which parent will be responsible for health care, school-related matters, and other activities, and all forms of communication the parties will utilize to communicate with each other and the minor children, both temporary and permanent. It is in the children's best interest that they have contact with both parents. The petitioner is seeking an order establishing sharing between the parents, but which grants the petitioner majority time sharing and that contact with the respondent be supervised. Okay, we went from having your children to supervised visitation. Okay, supervised rights. Okay. The respondent has a history of physical. So she is saying Chris Kepner has a history of physical and mental abuse towards the minor children and towards the petitioner. And that's why she wants this dissolution of marriage. Because he was abusing her and the children. It would be detrimental to the children to have unsupervised time sharing with the respondent. The respondent has a history of abuse towards the minor children and towards the petitioner. It would be detrimental to the children for the parties to have shared parenting responsibility. Therefore, the petitioner is seeking sole parental responsibility. She wants sole custody. The petitioner is seeking an order establishing child support in accordance with the child support guidelines and time-sharing plan established by the court, both temporary and permanent, and retroactive to the date of filing of this petition. The petitioner is requesting that the court issue an order which entitles her to declare the minor children as dependents on her federal income tax return every year, both temporarily and permanent. Oh, should put that in there. You get a lot of money back from taxes. The petitioner is requesting that the respondent furnish life insurance as security for the payment of child support, both temporary and permanent. The petitioner respectfully requests that the court enter an order allocating the responsibility of the parties regarding health and hospitalization insurance for the child, both temporary and permanent, including any applicable premiums, deductibles, and uncovered expenses for the child's medical, dental, orthodontic, pharmaceutical, psychiatric, psychological, and optical expenses, both temporary and permanent. The parties have obtained certain assets and have incurred certain debts and liabilities during the course of their marriage, which should be equally distributed among the parties in accordance with the provisions of Florida Statute Section 661.75 and other applicable law. In doing so, the court should take into consideration the following: any dissipation of assets, the right to any appreciation or enhancement in value of non-marital property, and the right to an unequal distribution if justified by the facts of the case as developed through discovery. The parties own a marital property with street address and legal description. Okay, gives the description. This property is a marital asset and should be equally distributed. Pursuant to Florida statute, the award of alimony is presumed to be appropriate based on the following factors. Merry Christmas, niece. I don't know, man. This is weird. If you're asking for, I don't know, the dissolution, it's just kind of weird that you're like, and I want alimony. I don't know. That's weird to me, but I mean, that's probably how it goes. It probably can go that way. The standard of living established during the marriage, the duration of the marriage, the age and physical and emotional condition of each party, the financial resources of each party, including the non-marital and the marital assets and liabilities distributed to each. Like, I don't know. I can't picture me. This is weird to me. I don't know. Like, if I told Vincent kick rocks, right? Which would never happen. I don't see me saying, and then give me your health insurance policies, like all of them. I mean, you know what I mean? Or my alimony. I want my alimony. You know, like I don't. But I mean, if he was doing the abusing, I mean, yeah, give her the damn alimony. So the earning capacities, educational levels, vocational skills, and employability of the parties, and when applicable, the time necessary for either party to acquire sufficient education or training to enable such party to find appropriate employment. The contribution of each party to the marriage, including but not limited to services rendered by homemaking, childcare, education, and career building of the other party. The responsibilities each party will have with regard to any minor children they have in common, the tax treatment and consequences in both parties of any alimony award, including the designation of all or a portion of payments as non-taxable, non-deductible payment. All sources of income available to either party, including income available to either party through investments or any asset held by that party. Any other factor necessary to do equity and justice between the parties, pursuant to pursuant to Florida statute. This marriage is considered a moderate term marriage. I wonder if I'll ever stop saying that. The petitioner has the need and the respondent has the commensurate ability to contribute to the petitioner's support as a result of the length of the marriage, disparity of the parties' incomes and earnings potentials, established standard of living, and the financial resources available to the parties. The petitioner needs and seeks alimony, including permanent, periodic, durational, rehabilitative, bridge the gap, and or lump sum. What the hell is a bridge the gap? The petitioner currently has exclusive use and possession of a vehicle and is in need of temporary and permanent exclusive use and possession of said vehicle. The respondent currently has exclusive use and possession of a vehicle and is in need of temporary and permanent exclusive use and possession of said vehicle. That's twice. The respondent and the petitioner. A notice of Social Security number for the petitioner, Tabitha L. Kepner, has been or will be filed with this action. A financial affidavit for the petitioner, Tabitha Kepner, has been or will be filed with this action. The standing temporary domestic relations order, administrative order, is incorporated by reference into the petition for dissolution of marriage. The petitioner has been required to hire this person, the Esquire, and has agreed to pay him reasonable fees and costs for his representation in this present case, because he's probably writing this. The petitioner has the need and the respondent has the commensurate ability to contribute towards the petitioner's attorney fees and cost. The petitioner is seeking an order for attorney fees should the court find the conduct of the respondent has or does generate unnecessary, vexatious, can't even say that word, or fruitless litigation, both temporary and permanent. It would be unjust for the court to delay the entry of a final judgment of dissolution of marriage in the present case. Therefore, the petitioner requests that the court enter a final judgment of dissolution of marriage as soon as it's appropriate. Wherefore, the petitioner respectfully requests that this honorable court enter a final judgment which finds the marriage to be broken. I can never say it. And dissolving the bonds of the marriage between the parties hereto. Establishing a parenting plan for the minor children that at a minimum describes in adequate detail how the parties will share and be responsible for the daily tasks associated with the upbringing of the minor children, the time-sharing schedule, specifying the time-sharing that the children will share with each parent, a designation of which parent will be responsible for health care, school-related matters, and other activities, and all form of communications the parties will utilize to communicate with each other and with the minor children, both temporary and permanent, awarding the petitioner majority time sharing, and have a respondent having substantial supervised time sharing, awarding the petitioner sole parental responsibility, establishing child support. Okay. She wanted to be equally divided among all parties for the marital assets and liabilities. Orders that alimony be awarded to the petitioner in the form of permanent, periodic, durational, bridge the gap, large sum, or the lump sum of money. Order that the petitioner claim the minor children as dependents on her federal income tax return for both temporary and permanent. And ordering the respondent to sign any documents necessary to release the dependency exemption to the petitioner. Orders that the respondent contribute to the petitioner's attorney fees and costs, grant such further relief as the court deems just and proper and in the best interest of the children. And then she signed it. Now, if he was abusing her, right? If he was, I don't know. I don't know if he was or not. I don't know. If he was, then yeah, take him for all he's worth. Get it all, honey. But if he wasn't, don't be bothering that man. Just dissolution. What is it called? What would be like dissolution of a marriage? Dissolve the marriage and get on with it, right? Because after you do wait, hold on. Isn't a dissolution of a marriage like when you don't really get divorced, but you kind of like dissolve, like it's like a step towards, divorce? Isn't that? Or what is that? What's that called? That's a dissolution. Let me see. No fault legal termination of a marriage. Okay. Or just a faster way. So it's the formal legal ending of a marriage where both parties mutually agree on all terms before filing. Uncontested. Okay. Because I remember, like, I think I was young. I was young. My parents were going to do a dissolution of marriage or something, and they had to sign like one dotted line, and neither of them would do it. And they got back together like 6 months later. They were together 30 years. I think they just needed a break from each other. You know what I mean? Shoot. It's better to take a break than, just want to like really go after each other. So then there's another one. This is the same. Yeah, this is the same. Okay, I'm making sure. Then we will. Okay, well, on our next live. Whoa. Oh my God, this family really is so screwed up. Okay. Oh my God. What the hell? Can she like not have guns? Chantel Hudson got caught with some guns. I got documents for days. This is going to be, wow. This is insanity. This case is an insane one. Hey, Tony, Merry Christmas Eve. Do you have everything ready? I'm not doing much this year. I'm telling you. I don't even know who's going to be at my brother's tomorrow. So I'm just taking what my grandma used to call that her pocketbook, because that's what the kids want anyway. They're all going to get digital something. I got cards already ready. And I usually do gifts, and I usually do really good gifts, fabulous gifts. I'm very sentimental. I'm too sentimental. That was my problem. I was like too sentimental. There's 7. Let me count them. Let me count how many people they got over there, because they got like the whole town. They related the whole town. 1, 2, and then they got 5 kids. So that's 7. And then my nephew has a girlfriend that he's had for like 5 years, so that's 8. And then my niece has 2 kids, so 10. That's 10. And then if another one brings a girlfriend or a boyfriend with them, which I don't think none of them would, because they're all younger. But there's 10. Yeah, 10. But I'm just like, I'm like, okay. So, yeah, we're going down to my hometown tomorrow. Like, if it wasn't for my brother, I would not go down there. And my nieces and nephews. They're a given. I would say like, them. But yeah, It is. It's like it's a legal separation. Yeah. Yeah, like a legal separation. And then basically like you sign one more paper and you're like divorced. I think like you can, or maybe that was just the paper that they were supposed to sign. They just never did. I just remember they were like going to sign it and they did. They just didn't. And I remember it was like $1,200 too. My 12-year-old cousin is now begging for a car, and her wish list is halter tops and makeup. Oh gosh, Tenny. Oh man. Me and my doctor actually had a really good conversation about kids and how they're growing up too freaking fast. Like 13, 12, 13. My nephew's that age, and they're growing up too fast. I don't know. But we thought we was older too. You know, when we're like that age. Caught with alcohol. Oh, see, my niece at that age. What was it? It was something popular to take. It was an over the counter. It was something over the counter, but it messed her up in school. Oh, what was that? It was like, I don't know. You take like a 5-hour energy and then you take like this with it. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? It was like one of those, like, I don't know, TikTok kind of stupid trends. And she did it and she got caught. She was like messed up. Oh, Ashley, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Yeah, the cough syrup. That's what it was. It was cough syrup. You're right. You're right. I think it was cough syrup. I just remember like her mom had to go pick her up from the school and she was not happy. Like if my mom had to pick me up from that school, it would have been a different story. My mom would have been like, don't tell your father. I cannot believe you did this. Hey, Mr. Rosebud, Merry Christmas. Where am I? I am in the great state of Ohio in the United States. Where are you? Hey, Citizen Sleuth, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. But yeah, all the kids are acting out now. They're all wild now. They're all acting crazy. I don't even know what to do. Because like my aunt used to tell me kind of like what to do almost in a way. And when I was younger, I like resented that. You know what I mean? Like, who are you to like tell me what to do? Like in a way. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how I did. I don't know why I did, but I did. I went, I think it's because my dad never liked that woman. and I was like, I have his back. So, you know, even in death. But I don't know. It's just like, I don't want to like, I don't know. We'll see how tomorrow goes. I'm just going to try to keep my mouth shut. But if he does anything stupid, I might go to jail tomorrow, y'all. It's my nephew, too. I love him to death. But he be wilding out. But I hope everybody has a great Christmas tomorrow. Make sure that you leave, your cookies and your milk out for Santa because he is real. He is real. Even if he doesn't bring you physical presents, he brings you stuff all year round. Joy all year round. Just, I forget who it was. Someone was like, when you wake up tomorrow, don't worry about the presents under the tree. Like, wake up and like think about the roof over your head, and things like that. Hey, Louis, oh, of course. If you need a minute, Ashley, just take a minute and go into another room. Scream into a pillow. Punch the pillow a couple times. I mean, I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to get things that won't hurt you or Won't be too loud, but you can get some aggression out. I couldn't imagine. I'm sorry. We will be praying for you, though. We were praying for everybody that's lost somebody. I mean, especially this time of the year. It's freaking awful, you know? Oh, that's what I was going to show you guys before we got off here. Oh, and I was going to gift out some memberships. Let me gift out some memberships. Okay, I'm gifting out 5 now. Let's see who gets them. Had it all ready to go. I just forgot to do it. Kitsy Cat's got one. Baby Girl got one. Christine, Java Jack Green, and Bobby. I can't say the rest of that. Okay. Now I'm going to gift out 5 more. So then the other 5 are Hell Michelle, T. Cindy, Lisa Corinne, Caught Up in Crime, and Rita. Okay. Awesome. Okay. And I wanted to do, what was it? I'll just show you Ashley Buzzard's house. That's what it was. Well, let me pin this. Okay. Let me exit. Oh my gosh, there's so many things. Okay. Actually, let's go to my ex. I'm going to show you the inside of Ashley Buzzard's house. Let me see if I can find my profile. And if you're not following me over on the X, make sure you are, because you never know. Sometimes I'll post things over there that I don't post over here. Like, I don't really know how to post this over here. I guess you could save it, maybe. Yeah, I don't know if you can or not. All right. So let me bring y'all over. You're welcome, Kitsy Cats. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody that got a membership. I didn't even think about that at all. I just knew that I wanted to do them tonight. So look at that. I got 488 followers. You guys are awesome. Okay, so I'm going to put this big, full screen. Oh, look, she's trending too. So maybe we'll go back and look at that. This is the inside of Ashley Buzzard's house, little Melody Buzzard's mom. If you guys are not aware, which I think everybody is, they found Melody. They found her in the beginning of this month, but they told us yesterday they were waiting on DNA to come back for her case. So somebody on the what's her name? Nancy Lou. Nancy Lou has somebody on the inside. She's a correspondent with News Nation. And apparently she has someone on the inside with the police department because she got this video of the house. So it's kind of quick. It's 26 seconds. I'll play it a couple times. That way you guys can kind of look at it, because it is kind of weird how they're recording it. Look at that little white chair. That's so freaking sad. And it's sitting right in the middle. Does she not move anything? And are those wood panels from the 80s? Okay. Look at all that.
This is all her packages, all her food.
Are those ice packs? Why the hell you got that many ice packs? So where's Melody's stuff? Oh, do you see all the boxes? I don't know. I think it's at the end of this part. Right there. Remember she was getting all those Amazon packages? Well, hot damn. What's on? Are those stuffed animals on the wall over there? No, I don't think it is. I think it's a plant. I don't know what it is. I'm just being nosy and just looking. Now, why is the couch turned the opposite way of the TV? Did you guys see that? Doesn't that look like it's turned the opposite way? Is this where you sit on it? Or is this actually... Oh, shit, this is turned up. They lifted it. This is the headrest, and this is where you put your butt. Like it's tilted up. This one is too. Do you think the cops did that, or do you think she did that? Like, do you think she may have done this just because, like, maybe to shut the doors? Like, maybe she had those couches in front or like behind the door? Oh, okay. So you should have saw the house that Rex Uerman was living in. Yeah, that's so weird. I didn't even notice that the first time we circled this around. And then that's her kid's toy right here. This little tent thing looks like a little like something that you can play in. That's, for a little girl. What was that? That looks like something for a baby out there. Or was that a workout? Something to work out? I don't know. Look at all the boxes up there. Look at all these boxes. Oh my God, what were you ordering? What's on the counter? We got tissue box. We got some medicine.
This is all her packages.
Oh, we got what were you taking? We got an inhaler.
All her packages are for food.
And what's up with these blue ice packs? And what's the pink? And whose house was this before it was theirs? I feel like this was like not her house. I don't know. Look how old this furniture looks. I wish we could see more. Okay, like what's this? Like, this is a computer room to me. Like it looks like you got a computer desk. Like, so, and then you have a room back there. How many rooms is this house? I wonder. Because you don't get to see the you don't get to see this side of when he goes through like the hallway. See right here? There's her bedroom right there. That looks like Melody's bedroom because it looks like something like pink right there. Almost like a toy. So then maybe there's another door over here on the other side. It's a 3-bedroom. Yeah, and then this is just like an extra bedroom, but that's what this looks like. Has she been on the computer, I wonder? Now she does have one of those chairs where they're called, what are those chairs called? Like where you can sit like cross-legged. I forget. It's a TikTok name, like a TikTok chair. Cat ride, I think they do. I want to go back over the press conference too, because there was a lot of stuff I think that was said that we didn't really catch. That it was just too fast. You know what I mean? Like it was just, I don't know. I think we should go back over it. Yeah. This whole house is just, it seems like very sad. Like that's where they broke open the door. Would she be able to fit a couch right there? I mean, you could. I mean, now they got the guy there fixing the door. Well, we didn't think we were going to have this angle, did we? To look out the door. Wow. So that was her washer and dryer outside the garage. That's so random. This house looks bigger, like on the outside than it does on the inside too. Just to me, it does. But maybe it's because we're not seeing it all. That little white chair is just so sad.
This is all her packages are for food.
Yeah, so let's go back and see what they're saying. It said that she was trending right here. So she's been charged with murder. Oh, actually, SF had something up about it. Look at this makeup. Like, I mean, I do some bright cheeks. I love me some bright cheeks. But she's kind of scary. No, she didn't work, huh? Yeah, looking for the gun, yet. I do too, Lee. I do too. I hope she didn't know what was coming or anything. She wearing the damn same sweater. I mean, hey, I ain't saying nothing about that because I have this in 3 different colors. Okay. But I'm just saying. It's an ugly sweater. Look at that pretty picture. I just don't understand. Look at this hair. She could have had me fooled that was her own hair. Just for the fact that her daughter had, when we saw Melody as a child, a baby, anyway, you know, a 4-year-old or whatever, she had such curly hair that I would be like, oh, her, you know, her mom definitely has curly hair. I mean, she does, but I wouldn't have thought that she had kept it so short. This picture here. And then we saw this yesterday. That's her getting taken into custody. You can't even see her face, but she looks like she's like, oh yeah, I'm busted. I'm busted. She was shot in the head. What was Betty saying? I don't even want to know. Oh, I guess her documents just came out like an hour ago. It says, yeah, 1st degree. I'll keep my my ears and my eyes open to see if whenever they bring out the actual arrest affidavit for her. I don't know if, is this it? No, this is just for her to be wearing whatever clothes she wants. Okay, well, you know, priorities, right? Freaking priorities. You want to wear whatever you want? Go ahead. That doesn't mean you get to do your hair and makeup. Sarah Boone didn't get her hair and makeup artist. You ain't getting one neither, okay? Okay, because if anyone needed a hair and makeup artist, no mugshot. No mugshot yet. I think she tried to get her as far away from the house as she could. So yeah, the people that I guess that found her were just walking a trail. It's crazy. We'll have to go over this case tomorrow, or the next day, depending on, you know, when I get back from seeing my family. I keep forgetting what I'm doing tomorrow. Tomorrow's Christmas. Oh, I should have showed y'all my outfit, but I'll show it to you tomorrow. And I'll make sure I get these documents for all the documents for Melody. And I'm gonna write it down. I got me this new notebook. This new notebook is to write stuff down. Because I just went through my last one, that's all. I write everything down. But I want to make sure that I remember to put this in the FOIA pile. Now I had a notebook. I wonder if, I think it's in the bedroom. So I could put them all together. And I will put that in. And then let me go to their website real quick. That's it. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to see if I can find where it was. It was like, oh, I can't remember. Let me see if they just have it online somewhere. Yeah, no mugshot yet. What the heck? We want to see her in her jail clothes. We want to see everything. I'm just double checking. And then just the thought of her out there taking, her daughter's pictures down. I wonder if that was like driving her crazy. You know what I mean? Wonder if it was. Oh, thanks, PKC. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. Merry Christmas and thanks for all you do. I appreciate that. Thank you for the $20. That's so nice of you. You're welcome. Merry Christmas to you guys. I don't think there is a mugshot, unfortunately. Let's go over to what's Nancy Grace is going to be talking about on the podcast. She has like a podcast normally that comes out before her videos. I've never heard of this case. Stephanie, 13, walked into the woods and disappeared. Oh my gosh. Remember the other day when I told you guys about the woman that killed both of her exes on the same day? I told you guys about that like a week and a half or so ago when we did like a bunch of cases, like a bunch of different cases. Now Nancy Grace is covering it, but I've seen like Law and Crime, they just picked it up too, and it just makes me like giggle because I'm like, we talked about that like a while ago. I didn't think it would be covered like that, right? I thought it would just, I don't know, not be covered like that. But thank you guys so much for being here. I do appreciate it. And Merry Christmas to you guys if you do celebrate. Happy holidays. If you don't celebrate, I'll see you tomorrow. You guys we'll make sure we do something for, Christmas over here on the channel. We'll have a little Christmas party or something. But we'll do something. It'll be fun. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, though, either way. And I hope you get all you asked for Christmas and all the stuff that you guys want. So thank you guys again. I'll see you guys all later. Have a wonderful night. And bye, guys.
Than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. be careful.